Welcome back to another episode. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new, we are island hopping in this humble 17-foot tinny, trying to get to the tip of Australia. It's going to take about 6 weeks to 2 months. We're taking you along for the journey. We've just finished at this island, and our next island is about 20 nautical miles north. So we'll see you once we get there. Just pulled up at this little spot here. There's bait fish everywhere. Fran's got a little popper out and bang, straight on. It's a big fish fighting deep and dirty.
I definitely like it.
Oh, a big fish, eh? Holy moly, Fran. Oh, it's a huge golden trevally. Yes. Good job, Fran. That's huge. Big golden trevally.
All right.
Nice one.
Let him leave, huh?
Release him, Fran. Woo! That was awesome. Go for it. Get him in the boat.
Yeah.
Hold him up. Yes. Awesome. Nice. So we're just navigating through these reefs and we've spotted this sand cay. Only stands about 2 meters tall, if that, a meter and a half. A few birds on it, but we're gonna go set up and have lunch there. See if we can't spear something around this cay. We've made it ashore, beautiful sand cay all to ourselves. This is going to be a bit of a brunch. Got some potatoes we cooked up last night. And this queenie that Fran just caught, yeah, Fran's favourite eating fish. So we're going to cut him up nice and fine. Bit of lemon squeezed on top. And here's Fran doing her best to catch a little bit more. Going to throw a mask on and see if I can swim around here and find a crayfish. So far on this trip we've been out here a week. We haven't eaten the same thing twice, but we've been living from the ocean. So we've had mud crabs, we've had spider conch, coral trout, Spanish mackerel, red emperor. The thing that's missing is a crayfish, so hopefully we can find one now. It's really nice, eh? It's like clear water, but it's a bit of a nursery. There's only like small coral trout, but heaps of small longnose, longnose emperor.
Yeah.
Just cool, but no crayfish. No crayfish. Queenie's ceviche cracker. Not really good. Hopefully that sun comes out, we'll be able to get the drone up in the sky. I think this will look pretty magic, top down, with the blue water, salty dingo and the reef just surrounding us. And the sun's come out for us on our sand cay, but we're now finished up lunch here. We're moving to hopefully find somewhere to set up camp for the night, or maybe a couple of days. Yes, it's a coral trout. Oh, it's a beauty. Look at that. Ooh, on a popper, Fred. Yes. And ahoy. I just found another tropical island to set up camp on for a couple of days. We're gonna have a bit of a look around and see if it suits us, but from afar, looks like a white sandy beach, crystal clear water, looks like a good spot.
Holy shit!
It's got a bit of footwork. There's some sort of wreckage that's washed up on the beach here. Just having a walk around the island. It's crazy what you find, but I certainly Didn't expect to find this missile. What is this? A bobsled for the Jamaican bobsled team. All right, we're just wrapping up day 7, which obviously means a week out here, living out of, where is she? 17-foot salty dingo. Yeah, a week on the ocean and on the islands. It's been bloody unreal. Has it been what I expected? Yeah, pretty well everything's gone to plan, touch wood. So far, the big concern that everyone had, or anyone that knew what they were talking about told us, was that we're just going to be too heavy in the salty dingo. People feared that we wouldn't get on the plane. We've got 200 litres of fuel sitting up the front, which is obviously heaps. But we have managed to get on the plane, which is good. It was really kind of like the make or break of this adventure, was whether we'd be able to get on the plane or not. So that's good, although we have chewed a lot more fuel than we anticipated. We do have another drum of fuel getting dropped for us on one of the islands just a little bit further north from here. So we're getting that done at 3 points over the next month or so on the way up. The other thing, as far as tucker goes, we have one either potato, sweet potato or corn ration for the night. And then we've just got to literally live off the ocean for the rest of it. And with no ice, no cold storage, no refrigeration. So if you catch a fish in the morning, you got to be really clever about how you're going to conserve that if you want to eat that at night time or the next days. On sunset, all these birds come in and they kind of just do a tough lap around the island out here and then come in and find their nest to roost up out there and then coming in here. So cool. Got that fire roaring at the moment there. What we've been enjoying doing is lighting it, getting it burning really, really hot. And then you get that good coal base, whack it all down, and then you can cook with the grill straight over the top of the fire. And then once dinner's done, light it back up again. And that's gonna be dinner tonight, the coral trout frango. That's pretty much the perfect size for us. We don't have any storage for cold stuff, like we don't have an esky, don't have a gas freezer, so we can only eat what we have for dinner. That's why this one's a perfect size. Any bigger would probably have to get thrown back. Before I put him on the fire, I'll just take his guts out. I reckon that's good so you don't get the shit through your food, and also allows him to cook from the inside out. Look at this. That's an entire, like a goby, a bottom dwelling fish. I guarantee any fisherman would not use that for bait or something that resembled that, but that's what this trout smashed. He'll sit like this, like a hole in the sand, and then he'll sit out the front of it like that. If he sees you coming, he'll go down and bury in his hole. Obviously didn't see that trout coming. Right, we've got a pretty good solid hole base down there at the moment. That's like an oven down there. Whole trout, nothing fancy about it, just goes straight on top. And the best tip for this style of beach cooking is just patience. You just got to have that steady coal base, let it cook, whether it takes 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just let it go. As soon as it starts roaring, you get a fire going there, you're just going to burn the outside. So we'll give him a bit of time and then flip him over. That's the final product of the fish. The crispy skin peels off. Then you've got that beautiful white flesh. Nice. Alright, we're having a bit of a lay day today. Pretty exhausted after yesterday, and as you can see, the weather's come in a bit. So, take 2 on the garlic and butter naan bread. Feedback from the last one was it was a little bit too salty, believe it or not. We're going to have another crack at it. So, recipe number 1, flour. Ingredient number 1, I should say. And then once we're done with our bread here, this is our leftover bluefin trevally from yesterday. So that's all the meat that's come off it. What we do to preserve it, we squeeze a lemon or 2 all over it. And the idea there being that should kill all the bad shit that forms in it. I don't know if that works, but I do know when you squeeze a lemon in your hand, it really, really stings. So hopefully that counts for something. This time, just a pinch of salt, and quite literally, just a pinch. Oh, let's go 2 pinches. 2 pinches. I'm gonna need a bit of water as the 3rd ingredient. Alright, there we go, that's what it's starting to look like. Break it in half. Half for me, half for Fran. Looking good. Time for them to go on the grill. Give them about 10 minutes and see how they're looking, ready for a flip. Now the secret ingredient of the garlic and butter naan bread is the butter. Bluefin trevally on top. whole thing at once.
It's really hot.
Is it? Well, it sounded a bit crunchy.
Perfect.
Cooked to perfection, would you say? There you go. Follow B2B Adventures for more adventures. On next week's episode, I'm going to spice it up a bit. I'm going to do the garlic crushed up into the mixture and then get it on there so that garlic can cook all the way through, not just sit on top. Follow along for more recipes. Thanks for watching this episode, guys. This wraps up week 1 of what turns into being a 4-month adventure. If you're enjoying this, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your mates, and we'll see you in a couple of days for the next one.